All right, guys, we are back live with the eSports Report. I'm Chris Puckett, joined by Thomas Reese from eSports Nation. We are currently breaking down all of the Call of Duty news that you may have missed from this weekend. First off, we're talking 2K. Also, I know a lot of our fans from the NBA 2K series are just tuning in. Guys, after this segment, I'll recap what happened in that NBA 2K Finals one more time in case you missed it. But first, let's talk the 2000 Series tournament sponsored by First Home Mortgage. This had a $2,000 bonus for the first place finisher, over $4,000 in prize money for the online event. And it came down to a bit of a surprising grand finals. Now, to the Final Four, we saw Fuse. Clever Fuse took out Curse Orange to make it into the Final Four, and they met up against a very tough FaZe Red. Fuse got off to a 2-0 lead, but FaZe Red came back in that series. Let's take a look at what FaZe Red did on their road to the grand finals. Of course, FaZe Red is the new squad. 3 of the 4 players from Season 1 returning for Season 2, with JCap playing with Replays and Classic. But the new addition this weekend was Theory. And Thomas, we saw Vantage Point go down 2-0. FaZe Red then went on and 2-1 their opponent. That's not right. They didn't 2-1 themselves. They beat a 3-0 on Clever Fuse. That's wrong again. And FaZe Black 3-2 in the finals. Yeah, throw away that graphic. That is all wrong information. Anyway, Thomas, FaZe Red, they had a sloppy start against Fuse, but they came back and were able to take that series. What did you like about FaZe Red's gameplay?
Oh man, I just really liked exactly what they did to Fuse when Fuse did to Curse Orange. Like, I mean, they were down 2-0. They decided, all right, we're not going out like that, and we're coming back. We're winning the series. And it was great because last week, or the last 2K, I mentioned that their teamwork was impeccable. Like, they were on point with their communication, and the same exact thing happened this week. I mean, JCap and especially Theory, with the new addition of Theory, it was just, the communication was great. Everybody was playing for a specific purpose. The team was flowing perfectly. And it was just really fun to watch. You could learn a lot from them.
Yeah, I at least really enjoyed watching all of the slang power, especially from JCap and Classic. They really turned it up. But Theory was not only doing the objective, he also put up some really impressive numbers. And I feel like this squad, just with him on the team, has a little bit more chemistry than when we saw Proofy on that team. It seems like everyone knows their role. There's not any confusion when they get into the gameplay. These guys, they came out, struggled against Fuse, but they got their stuff together in Blitz, and that was really a key game mode for them throughout the weekend. FaZe Red entered to the finals pretty easily in that Game 5 over Fuse, but on the other side of the bracket, we saw one of the most intense matches of the weekend as FaZe Black matched up against Team Caliber. Now, did you watch this match from start to finish?
I think I joined in around Game 2, actually.
Game 2. And, you know, TK, they looked like they were off to a pretty solid start, but then Formal got host. And let's show you what went down with the TK squad. Of course, Apathy joined up with Sharp and Goonjar, as well as Methods for last week's 2K. They won that. But since then, they've replaced their 4th Neslo, coming over from Justice, now on this Team Caliber lineup. And TK, they had a pretty solid run through the tournament as well. They faced off against Insane in round number 2, 2-0'd them. They 2-0'd VVV, which was pretty surprising as they took out Realize's crew. And then due to some internet connection issues, Optic Gaming had to forfeit some of their games, so they got the 3-0 over Optic Gaming. But the true test was going up against FaZe Black in the round of 4. And let's take a look at what FaZe Black was bringing to the table in game number 3. Formal caught fire, dropping 38 kills in that octane. There's a look. Formal, Saints, Sensor, and Dito. Let's look at the gameplay.
Captures are into it. It only took them 3 minutes and a half, Puckett, but the guys from Caliber, they just got their first capture, and it looks like they're setting up for a relay here.
Yeah, but there's relays on the opposite side. FaZe Black just had Formal go in.
It just went all downhill for them in terms of defensive work. So guys over at Caliber, they've brought it back to a very close game. But FaZe, they still have that lead.
Definitely, and I want to watch Formal for a bit, even through this death if he dies here. Formal has been playing so well on his host. 16-10 with 3 captures, make it 17-10 with that headshot. He's going to find another one. 18 kills. He is just melting people with this MTAR. Squad, they continue to score, and Formal now in position to put in a 10th.
I'm trying to go back to that search and destroy where it was 6-0, and the fact that FaZe are walking away with this one, you gotta wonder that search and destroy, it did a number on the Caliber guys, because they just don't seem, from what I've seen from gameplay wise, they're not as dynamic as you'd expect them to be. They're not as explosive. They're very slow paced. They're very chilled. They're very slow, and it's not the Caliber which you're used to, especially in Blitz on Octane, where such a large map and you have to be constantly moving, constantly making plays. It's starting to cost them now, as they are down by 6 points, 3 minutes left. They're going to have to put on the exhaust right now because they're very close to losing this one.
Another cap going in, and I'm staying on board with Formal. Why? He opened up the round 16-10 coming into the second side. Since then, he's put up 11 kills to only 2 deaths, also had 3 captures already on this second side.
Sensor still getting more kills to his name right now. He's 8 for 8, but he's getting those important ones, 5 catches. But fuck it, I just looked at the score.
Yeah.
Yeah, Formal. He's just, you know,
he's dropping 30 bomb.
A 30 bomb.
And he's still got 230 left to go.
If he does it again. But Saints, on the other hand, is going to be aggressive in the face of the guys from Caliber. He did pick up 1. Formal. This guy is an animal right now. Still getting more kills. He's about to break a 40 bomb hit bucket.
It's not fair. Formal's gun is stronger than everyone else's. He is 34 and 15. He's pre-firing. They're walking into the bullets. He is melting from distance, short range. Doesn't matter. 35 and 16 going plus 19 for the moment. Saints behind him at 19 and Formal will be held shy of his 40 bomb unless he can pick up a 2-piece here.
That's me. That's not fair by the guys. But
he's getting too excited.
He could have had it. He could have had it there. He could. Oh my Gunja though. What has he got into in there? And Apathy was a nice little 2-piece on his teammate there. But that's going to be gut-wrenching for Formal there. Good job by the guys over at FaZe. They're going to run in 18 captures in the end there. Formal 2 captures away from dropping a 40 bomb there.
Absolutely. All right, so Formal dropping 38-22 as we freeze frame on that last scoreboard one more time. Also got 5 caps in Blitz. Started going huge. And Thomas, I don't know if I've seen a game where one player dominates quite like Formal did in that Blitz. What did you think when you saw this man, formerly of TK, going up against his former roster?
He was completely locked in during that game. I know that the first side, it was really close. I believe that there was a 6-5 advantage there. And then he just turned a switch and immediately became the difference maker in the entire game. It was hysterical watching you and Dr. Curry there trying to comment about him getting the 40 bomb, and then they rage quitted from the game. It was just pretty awesome to watch. You don't get to see that type of performance that often, and Formal just provided an amazing game.
The best part is on Twitter, I remember I was getting some live tweets from about 5 angry TK fans that say Formal's overrated, he's not that good going into game number 3. He just had a stellar search and destroy, so we were hyping him up a bit. But then he dropped the 38 bomb and silenced all the haters. However, TK, they were able to bounce back, winning that next domination. So that made the series 2-2, and it set up a grand final, Game 5, that went down to the wire. Let's sit back and relax and watch the epic Game 5, TK versus FaZe Black, probably the best game of the day.
They can actually get the lead. That's going to put a few doubts in the mind of the FaZe players, especially since though they went up 6-0. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this next round plays out. Let's watch the man a shot. He went big for Caliber in the previous round. Let's see if he can make it double trouble.
Sharp going to be watching this left side, a player right around that corner. Will he get challenged? He gets one bullet into him, but that player will survive. That's going to be Sensor over there on the flank. All 4 of them now stacking up here from Team Caliber at B.
Sharp, he would have given the call out, so the guys at Caliber, they're very cautious. That's what I'm noticing. They knew the player was on the flank. Now they're checking all those corners, and FaZe, they're going to start to make a little bit of a harass over here. There is one out the front of the water station. Neslo cleans him up. That, of course, was Dito. There is one out the front of the gate there. Now Sharp, he is tagged dead red. He's going to have to battle right now, and I'm not sure what Caliber are going for here because Apathy, he's kind of torn between either planting at that B bomb site or maybe potentially rotating over to A.
Neslo tried to be a hero out on mid-street, was cleaned up. Now it's going to be 3-3. Gunjar trying to protect that bomb, but Apathy has dropped, so 2-2 as both players are traded And now Sharp in a 1-on-2 once again. Bomb down. Formal has his eyes right on it. Sharp challenges. Can he win it? No. Formal gets 3 that round and now 7-1 in this game.
This is just a Formal show. He is just going off. He went huge in the blitz. He's gone huge in the search and destroy, and he pulled some great numbers in the previous domination. He's playing out of his skin right now. He's got the whole of that FaZe team on his back right there. Saints and Ditto, they only have 1 kill to their name, but if Formal just keeps up the pace that he is setting right now, they could easily walk away with this. Not too sure what Neslo's doing here. He's pushing out with the bomb. This isn't good. Saints just picked up a kill here. Can he clutch it? He actually does. It's all up to Formal. It's a one-on-one here, Puckett. Round 11. Map 5, 1-on-1, Formal up against Neslo.
And Neslo's got to go for the play. He's got plenty of time, and he will get it down. Formal, 14-7. Neslo, 10-7. 2 plants after that. Here is the one-on-one. This is a $720 one-on-one.
This is it.
Minimum.
Right now, this is for the money. A lot of money rides on these 2 players right now. Formal, he wants to do it for his team. He's had them on his back the entire time. He's got to make some plays here. 25 seconds plus the 7.5 to defuse. Not sure what he's doing here. Neslo is just playing so defensively, lying prone out the side of that docking section. Now Formal, he's going to make a play. Looking towards the side here. 14 seconds. They're about to cross over each other. Neslo's done it. Puckett, I think he's actually done this.
Say, what's up, Formal? Welcome to Call of Duty. Neslo, so smart in the one-on-one. Credit to FaZe Black, though. Down 2-on-4, bringing it to a one-on-one. Great plays from Saints and Formal. But in the end, TK as a squad, they all work so well together. Big rounds out of Neslo, big rounds out of Goonjar, Sharp as well. Everyone taking their turns in apathy, doing the dirt. All right, so Neslo going big, and it's TK in round 11 taking the game. FaZe Black, are they as strong as you thought they would be, Mr. Thomas, or were you surprised that TK was able to come out on top?
I actually was. I was thinking that FaZe Black was going to win that last game, and Formal, he continued to play out of his mind on that search and destroy. He finished 14-8 that game, and I know he kind of wasted a lot of time there in round 11 trying to defuse that bomb, but I mean, you do need to have some better support from your teammates there. I mean, one man can't win the whole thing. So it just goes to show you that TK's teamwork was just a little bit better in that game, and that's what kind of propelled them to take the victory.
Such small mistakes in that search and destroy, the difference maker. Of course, you heard it in the commentary, but second place was guaranteed $720. Third place, nothing but pro points. So, big game there, won by TK. That moved them into the grand finals where they'd face off against FaZe Red to compete for the $3,440 grand prize. Guys, we're going to commercial break. When we return, we'll break down all of the action from that final series.